Hello, and welcome back to Project Rejectus. Today, we will finally return to Salumia to see how this lonely continent has changed over time. Starting with the Trillium, after going through millennia never changing, some of their descendants finally decided to make a change, growing much bigger and faster to deal with this new world. Their much taller descendants would be known as the Grex. Almost acting like a small tree, they had 6 leaves at the top of their stems to gain as much sunlight as possible. They were similar to grasses in other continents. They quickly grew across the land, making a completely different habitat altogether. The Rejectus was one of the first animals to travel to the Grexlands. Ever since their islands crashed into the mainland, they've had many issues competing with the native predators, causing them to become extremely rare in most areas. The Grexlands provided a new opportunity for them. While not apex predators, their smaller descendants, the Linacia, used their amazing sense of smell to thrive in the grass. They were much more intelligent, often forming small hunting groups. Their woolly coat of fur allowed them to blend in with their habitat. They could hide away from any other predators. They wouldn't be the only predators to find success here, as the struggling Fodvums soon followed them, having many of the same issues. These ancient predators just couldn't compete in this new world, and had to adapt or die. Their tiny descendants became known as the Foetus, and like many of their relatives, they would become parasites, using their sharp teeth to latch on and leech off of much bigger animals. They would stay for quite a while, using their teeth to dig into their host's skin to make it nearly impossible to get rid of. With an entire habitat made up of plants, of course, herbivores would soon follow, such as the Arga. This new environment, however, wouldn't allow for their former strategy of just running away from everything. They would need something different for that. Their descendants would be the ones to finally make a change. The Lista had evolved multiple hard patches of skin across its body to defend themselves and to act as camouflage. They could take from any predators, but their real weapon was their arms, becoming much stronger and more flexible. Anything that messed with these animals would soon get a right hook straight to the face. This wouldn't be the end of this animal's story, however, as the grass gave them plenty of opportunity to thrive. Their herds would be unlike any other. The Magil was a much larger version of their ancestors that became the dominant herbivore of the Grexlands. Now, while they do look identical to their ancestors, that is only because we're looking at a male Magil. The females, on the other hand, couldn't be more different. While most social animals were patriarchal, the Magil are matriarchal, meaning that females are in charge. It was completely the opposite, with females having to win over males with their vibrant displays, instead of the other way around. Females used their horns and fists to gain mating rights. The Opulos was another animal to move into the Grexlands, following the small animals who went into this new area. Their descendants could be compared to baboons with their lifestyle. They kept their arboreal adaptations, despite mostly walking through the tall grass. The Anitnus had evolved 2 sets of tusks to defend themselves from predators, often displaying them as a threat. While most of their lives were spent on the ground, females would find a tree to lay their eggs in order to keep them safe. An odd behavior of these animals is the fact that males will take care of the young, as displayed in the picture. This male is holding on tightly to its egg to keep it warm. The humble Rejectus, a small creature that led to the rise of a new age in Salumia. How you struggle in this new age, but being alone in your niche of eating snow, you have been given an odd opportunity to thrive. Nisris, a large animal who had become poisonous. To survive, they flared their bright-colored fins whenever they were threatened. They spent their long lives with their head in the snow, just eating. While they specialized for eating snow and dirt, they ate everything from meat to plants, as long as it fit in their huge mouths. The Doma, a very successful animal in this new world. Except for one issue: the Ligsaur's destined enemies. Because of their niches, they would always get in each other's way. But what if something positive could come from this? Meet the Alcantes. They have created a unique relationship with the Ligsaurs by working together. They can make huge dams or hives together, with the Ligsaurs being able to defend every inch of the territory while the Alcantes expand the hive. Because of the success, Alcantes have become much bigger with more aquatic adaptations. A common sight is seeing baby Alcantes sleeping with Ligsaurs for warmth, and so the babies will smell like Ligsaurs. With all these new animals moving in, the Grex was getting eaten constantly, and while that is what happens to grass, somewhat guaranteed survival and gained a new way to defend themselves. Meet the Greena, our last creature for today. They have evolved many thorns across their body for defense. While some animals can get past that, that's not the end of this creature, as touching these thorns produce a strong numbing agent that makes it harder to move, which makes eating it just not worth it. Thank you for watching, as always. Now, there is one more thing I must tell you. Today was Project Rejectus last episode. I know, sad, but I feel I've done all there is to do here, and I'm ready to move on with the new information I have. So, for the last time, goo. Wait a second, there's only 9 animals, where's number 10? Hold on, where are you? I just had you. Ah, there we are. Oh, you should see the look on your face. You really thought I was done? No, hahaha. I'm doing at least 15 more episodes before I'm done, all focusing on my new sentient species, but I'm not showing you what they look like just yet. You'll see that in a couple weeks, but until then, goodbye and keep wondering.